Hello everyone and welcome to the Daydream Project. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're really happy to have you here. If you are familiar with our channel, if you've seen our videos before, you might be wondering, where's Austin? And I am actually on a sort of solo trip right now. I'm on a work trip and I am in Singapore. This is a really exciting trip. I'm here for 2 weeks, and while I will be working most of the days, working a standard kind of Monday through Friday 9 to 5, I do have a few days to myself. I've got one acclimation day, which is today, and then I have the full weekend where I'm going to be able to explore Singapore. My mom is going to be joining me as well, so we've got some fun plans to explore Singapore. We're really excited. I'm currently waiting for my mom to arrive. She just landed. I came in at about 1:30 a.m. last night, Singapore time, after what felt like about 2 full days of travel. So I am now rested, and it's about, I think it's about 9:30 a.m. Singapore time. So plans for the day are to just explore our surrounding area and get familiar with what we have nearby to us. I do have just one work thing to do this afternoon, and then my mom and I are planning to head over to the Marina Bay Sands area, just to get some fresh air and to do something kind of exciting. My poor mother has been flying all night, and in order to keep her sleep schedule, she is gonna want to just keep pushing through the day. So I tried to pick something that would be easy for us to just walk around, leisurely, get us some fresh air, but also something that would keep her awake. Before heading into any of our activities that we have planned for the day, I thought it might be fun to do a room tour. I am staying at the Marriott Courtyard Novena, so we are kind of in a really great location. We're right near a lot of the popular tourist attractions. I am staying in a room just that was booked by my work. So it is booked for one person. My mom is going to be joining me, but it's a pretty spacious room given that we are overseas, and typically rooms overseas are small. When you walk in, this is one of those rooms where you have the key to be able to turn all the lights on. You have the ability to turn the lights on and off from right here. This controls the bathroom lights. This I believe calls housekeeping, and then this is their version of like a do not disturb. When you walk in, pardon my mess, but this is the bathroom area. So pretty small here, but I do appreciate they have a full-size shampoo, body wash, conditioner in the shower, and I did try it out. It smells lovely. And what I really liked about the shower is it has the kind of waterfall shower head as well as the handheld shower head. Now, something that's really interesting about this bathroom, when I first walked in, I was like, there's not a door. But there is a door. They're just sliding doors, so you have to pull this sliding door closed, and then also have this one over here on the other side. They meet together and they close, but otherwise, if you leave them open, it's kind of like an open floor plan, and the bathroom kind of looks out over the room. Now, speaking of the room, here is the room. So this is just a king-size bed. Over here on the right-hand side of the bed, we've got a small closet. They do give robes and some slippers as well, and there's a safe to keep any like valuable items. By each of the bedside tables, there is one socket, one USB. This is really cool. This turns on like basically everything into nightlight mode. And then this turns on the reading light that is located on either side of the bed. So that'll be helpful if I want to read in the evening and not wake my mom up while she's here. There is a TV where you can set up for like Bluetooth and screen mirroring as well. Over here is where I've got all my bags currently. Tried to minimize my stuff as much as possible, but there is this lovely kind of storage and shelving. There's a little cubby here that I might use to store stuff later. And then down here, there is a drawer to keep some items as well, maybe just some small items that you don't want to get lost. And then there are cups and coffee, tea, things like that. Now, there isn't a coffee maker in this room. There is a kettle over here on this other bedside table, so they just have instant coffee in the room, which, you know, we're doing what we can with that. But there's a kettle to make that instant coffee with, as well as the tea. And then this actually was really nifty. I was wondering what this was. I kept hearing it making noise, and this is actually a fridge. So what I might do at some point today is actually grab some snacks just to keep in the room here. Maybe for the days that I don't necessarily want to be spending all the money to go get snacks. And then there's just this lovely couch area, which is phenomenal to have. Even more sockets down there. I did bring a couple of travel adapters. You can see one of them here. But I really appreciate that they have a ton of USB plugins. I haven't really needed my travel adapter except for my laptop. And then the view is great. When I arrived, it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I was exhausted. My guy was like, I gave you a cityscape view for a great view. And I was like, I just need a bed. But I woke up this morning and it was gorgeous to see this. So, and the curtains in this room in particular are really great for keeping the light out. So that's what I did when I was trying to catch up on some sleep and then open everything up when I was ready to wake up. The view from this side of the room, it's really quite lovely. Smaller size room, but still they got really creative with how to store things as well. Like they've got the cubbies in the closet. There's also a bathroom drawer that I didn't mention, where I put all of my like toiletries, things like that, so they're not just like on the counter, because the counter space in this room in general is pretty small, like any sort of surface space. Everything tucks into a cubby of some variety. But yeah, that is the room. Probably we'll see lots of footage coming out of here as I review and kind of explain plans for the day. But I will see you when we start to head out and venture out into Singapore. We made it to the Marina Bay Sands. We went to the shops at Marina Bay Sands. We took the train, and the train just kind of spits you out right at the bottom of the shops, and the shops were super fancy. We did some damage, just a little bit of damage, not a lot of damage. We got some tea, specifically my mom got some tea to take home, and then I got a charm for my Pandora bracelet, which that was something I knew I wanted to do. But we are walking around now around the water. We're gonna try and make our way over to the famous statue, and we're also on the hunt for a glass of wine. But we're gonna try and stay out here long enough to see the light show that takes place. We're also gonna venture into a hawker center for dinner, so follow us along. So as we're walking over, we're walking near the downtown area to try and get around to the other side of the water, and I am making eye contact with the Bite Dance building, and I'm very sad looking at that because rest in peace TikTok. If you know, you know, in the United States, currently, if you're watching this into the future, maybe the TikTok ban happened, maybe it didn't. It is currently January 13th, and as of right now it is happening, so kind of ironic that I'm staring at the Bite Dance building. acquired, and I actually went with not wine. I got some sort of gin drink that looks really wonderful. And then we are currently walking from over by the Merlion statue, which I hope I said that right, but that is like the dragon lion mascot of Singapore. So we went to see that after we got our drinks, and now we are walking over to Uniqlo, which is one of my favorite shops. It's like their brand is lifestyle wear, so we're gonna go stop over there, and then we're gonna find our way to a hawker center for dinner. We're going to the hawker center closest here to the Marina Bay Sands area, which is very well known, has lots of good options for dinner, so we're super pumped. Just got to the hawker center. We are at Lau Pa Sat, which I probably just butchered the name of that, but this is one of the kind of well-known hawker centers in the downtown area. We got our first dish, which is a prawn noodle dish, and also has prawn dumplings. My mom just went to go get us some drinks, some tea. I'm also sitting right next to a stall that has fishball soup, which is one of those things that, like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I told myself that I would try it just because it sounds so interesting. But starting with the prawn soup, here is what that looks like. Looks really good. Those prawns, fresh prawns, dumplings, noodles. And then my mom just came back with the drinks. So we've got some tea here. Looks like my mom got some wine. So we're off to a good start over here. Okay, just had our first bites of our prawn noodles, which I want to give credit to my mom for picking those out. So good. Definitely the best food I've had, hands down, thus far. To be fair, I've only had airplane food. And
chicken.
We did have chicken earlier at like a food court, but when I first got here, my stomach was feeling a little rough, so I hadn't been brave yet, but this is the first meal where I've been really brave, and it's been really great. So 10 out of 10, super good.
Just the right level of spice.
Just the right level of spice is what my mom said. And we only paid, what, $8 for that? $10?
$10.
10 Singapore dollars. And that's like a full plate of food, and we're splitting it. So you could get a lot of bang for your buck here. Okay, we just got back to our room, and we did get one more dessert at the Hawker Center. We got a cheesecake. We got one more dish at the Hawker Center. I am very tired, if you cannot tell, y'all. And I realized that at probably some point earlier today, instead of calling it the Merlion statue, which, like, it is a mermaid and a lion, I definitely called it the Merlion statue because I was like, surely that's his name, right? Merlion. No, it's a Merlion. That's what jet lag will do to you. I, about halfway through today, felt like dizzy constantly, and that was tough. But just pushing through and getting fresh air helped, and then eating a lot helped as well, and then drinking a ton of water. So if you come to Singapore, similar to how I did, I arrived in the middle of the night. Number one, sleep when you're supposed to. I got here and like didn't sleep right away. I think by the time I was through customs, all that, I was in bed about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I definitely could have whipped out some sleep. and I didn't. I slept about like an hour and a half, and then I was just wide awake, and I was like, I'll just push through the day. Don't recommend that. So definitely force yourself to sleep if you can. Drink lots of water, keep yourself moving. I found that the fresh air really helped me to like feel a little less dizzy. Every time I went inside is when I started to really feel jet lagged. But anywho, great first day in Singapore. Hawker Center was really great. I enjoyed walking around Marina Bay Sands. The next few days I'm just going to be working. It is about 9:30 at night here, so we're going to be heading to bed because I gotta work tomorrow. But over the weekend we'll be doing some fun activities. We've kind of discussed going to Orchard Road, going to a couple of museums, Chinatown, Little India, so more adventures to come.